Let's get right to this breaking news we've been following for you all morning long, happening right now in Pompano Beach. On the same day that the Brightline trains resume service, a train has collided with a car.
And we're actually told that the president of Brightline was on board on that crash there during the crash. And NBC6's Cristian Benavides just arrived at the scene. Cristian, what are officials telling you about what happened here?
Right, well, we'll break down exactly what happened in just a moment. First, I just want you to take a look at that vehicle that was involved in the crash. We are just learning that a 71-year-old grandmother and a 1-year-old baby were inside of the vehicle. Both of them recovering at the hospital. Now let's take a look from up above. This is, we understand it happened as a vehicle made a turn onto the tracks here in Pompano Beach near Northeast 3rd Street and North Flagler Avenue. And again, as you mentioned, the Brightline president was on board the train. This on the day that Brightline is relaunching, of course, after being shut down since 2020. We're going to bring in Sandra King. She's a spokesperson for Pompano Beach Fire to kind of break down what exactly happened, how this happened. Thank you for being with us. Can you tell us what happened?
A car, as you mentioned, with a 71-year-old and a 1-year-old baby was traveling eastbound on MLK Boulevard. When she apparently meant to take a right on Flagler Avenue, instead she turned right onto the railroad tracks. Just as she did, the Brightline train was heading southbound. She tried getting off the tracks and started to, but the car got struck in the rear by the train.
Can you walk me through the injuries that you guys saw on the grandmother and on that 1-year-old?
Amazingly, as you see this car behind us, it's amazing. The grandmother had a broken collarbone and some other non-life-threatening injuries. And the baby being 1 year old, we wanted to take the baby to the hospital for evaluation.
Right. But the injuries so far appear to be non-life-threatening.
All are non-life-threatening. No one on the train was injured.
Can you walk me through when you guys arrived on scene? Or what was that like? What have you heard from your crews?
So obviously it was just visually awful. The car is mangled. The first thing they did was try to get inside that car and get that grandmother and baby out and get them treatment.
And thankfully, you know, those injuries, non-life-threatening. Thank you so much for breaking that down for us. We really appreciate it. We're going to have a full report coming up at 4, 5, and 6 about, you know, what went down today. And again, on the day that Brightline is relaunching, this accident taking place. Live in Pompano Beach, I'm Cristian Benavides, NBC6 News.